Welcome back, guys. Today I will show you guys how to create this cool text effect in Adobe Illustrator. This text effect is not just an effect. You can go back and edit. As you guys can see, these text effects can be keep as it is, and you can keep editing the text. The effect will apply to your new text. So today's tutorial, I will show you how to create this effect while keeping the text as it is. Okay, so let's get started. All right, guys. First thing first, we try to do the background. So as you can see, this just a simple background. Just apply a gradient, and then copy the background layer and apply a solid color, probably a light color than the gradient, and make it center to the artboard and cover the artboard. Okay, so now we have two layers here. Now go to Photoshop. The same as the other previous tutorials. You can apply a noise filter, noise, and add noise. And from here, probably we increase like this. And this look okay. Then cut this. Cut this from Photoshop. Control C. Go back to Illustrator and select this one, and Control V and select both of these layers and make mask. Okay, now go and select the mask and adjust it to fit the artboard. I think now this look okay. So that's it. Now go back to the artwork and we just lock the layer. Control 2. Okay, so now we have a background designed already. Okay, so now we start with the text. Just type any text you want. Retro. Okay, and bring it bigger. All right, and for this design, I'm using Franklin Gothic Demi. As you can see, guys, font weight of this text is very big, so it will look perfect in the final design. So whatever the font you are choosing, please choose a font with bigger weight. Okay, yeah. Okay, so now we make everything capital. Okay, just center it. All right, guys. So guys, what we are trying to do here is keep the text live as a text and apply all these 3D effects to the text, so we can go back and edit the text whenever we want. We need to keep the text as it is and apply all the effects on top of the text. In order to do, we need to have the appearance here. So if you don't see the appearance window here, we go to Windows and select the appearance from here, or Shift F6 will bring the window. So as you can see, now in this text we have the type, characters, and opacity. So if you go here and change the opacity, you can see the opacity is going down. Also, this transparency effect we can apply inside here, which will keep the text as text, and it will apply on top of the text, so we can delete or add more things. It doesn't affect the text. So that's what we are trying to do. All right, so first thing what we need to do is apply a fill color. Select this type, and if you go below, you have stroke and fill here. So we apply a fill color. Fill color will be a light blue or somewhere around here. Yeah. So if you don't see the fill color what you wanted, you can always select the fill color here, and you can, while you are selecting the fill, you can go to this color and select the color you wanted. So let's say I wanted somewhere around here. Yeah. Okay. Now, now we need to have those lines on top of these fill. To do that, we can create one more fill on top of this fill, and here we apply those lines. How to create? First, we need to create those lines using patterns. So I create a basic line and apply a basic color here, and we define the stroke width as 0.25. Okay, then go to object and pattern and make pattern, and here we define the name for this pattern lines and make a height like 25, and copies maybe and maybe 30. So you can see here, no, maybe 15. Yep. Okay, so we close this one and we select the second fill on top and apply those lines. As you can see, the lines are there. So if you find these lines are not what we wanted, we can go back to the swatches and double click and maybe make it 0.5 and 10. It will adjust here also. We bring it even more like 5. Yeah, so this is the line, and then we can, while selecting this fill, you can go back to rotate window and select only the patterns. So this one looks okay. All right, this look perfect. Maybe we bring the line to 0.75 and now rotate. Yeah, this look fine. All right, guys, our first step, applying the lines pattern, is done. All right, now we apply a stroke. So to that, you can just go and select this stroke, add a stroke, maybe 1, and we define a color. Oops, we need to select this object first, then we select 1 and select color, maybe white or maybe pinkish. Yeah, this color. All right, so now we have applied the lines as well. Next step is apply the 3D effect. Okay, it's also very easy, guys. What you need to do is apply a fill again. You can just copy from this fill, or to copy this one, you just copy and go to the bottom one, because we are going to apply behind. And here what we need to do is, while selecting that fill, go to effects and distort and transform, and we go to transform. It will bring up a transform window, and just activate the preview. So we need to have copies. What we are going to do here is we are going to make copies of this fill and place it while moving this move objects. First, how many copies we want? Let's say we want 50 copies. Okay, now it already created 50 copies, but we cannot see because it's all placed on top of each other. So if we want to see, we have to move the object X horizontally and vertically. So let's use 0.5. As you can see, it's moving all those copies to x in x-axis. We need to do the same in vertical. So maybe we give 0.5. So you can see here. So if you are still confused what is happening, guys, in the transform window, I will bring this one to 5. and here we give 5 and 5, maybe 10. You see guys what is happening actually. So it's creating copies, 5 copies. So the last one we are moving from x-axis and y-axis. The other copies follow exactly same like the blend tool. So when you have less copies, you can see those copies individually. So we have 5 copies. Let's say if you have 3 copies, you see 1, 2, 3. So this is what happening in the other one also. But because the copies are high, 50 copies, see when you have 50 copies, it shows like that. So when you bring down the horizontal and vertical to 0.5 or 0.2 smaller amount, you won't see the distance. It's look like smooth 3D effect. Okay guys, hope you guys understood what is happening here. All right, so scenario this look better, and we okay. And this transform effect is inside this fill, so we can select this fill and change color anytime we want. It will affect all the copies below. You see guys, so something like that. Cool, right? And so okay, so now we have applied this 3D effect to this text. Let's bring up the stroke, and we copy one more stroke, and this one let's bring it darker tone and bring it. Alright guys, so we have 2 strokes. One, there's a white stroke here. We can bring down the opacity if you want here, or we can have textures. Okay, so the next one is another stroke, the black color one, and the fill for the lines, the second fill for this text. Maybe we bring down the color to a little bit more. Yeah, and the fill here. Okay, so now what we need to do is we have this 3D layer, and we also have another 3D layer with a red tone, which look another depth. To create that one, just select this fill and make a copy, go to the behind. So this order of these things are same as the order of this. So here what we need to do is go to the transform tool again, and before we go, let's change the color. Color will be somewhere around here, and transform, and copies are 75, and preview. Yeah, and we change the color. This color is probably a darker tone of, yeah, this look okay. And after this we have the last 3D, which is like a shadow. And to do that, copy this one again and go to this fill again and select the darker black tone and go to the transform tool and go maybe 200 and preview. And this is how it was looking. Yeah, maybe 175, and go to the opacity, bring it down to 50. Yep. All right. Okay, guys, so we have the basic effect already applied to this one. Guys, let's have some no effects for this one. So I want to have one more effect on the topmost layer. Here I need to have an inner shadow. Then we can have a depth. So it will look like this white part is it's having a depth. So to that we go to that layer, the blue fill layer, and go to effects and style, and we apply a inner glow. But the inner glow we will make it normal. Mode is normal and make black color. Let's preview, and so you can see when you bring down the blur, it will come in as a shadow. So because I have done it earlier, the settings are like this. But you, in your guys, if you are using first time, it may be in screen mode. So please change it to normal mode and color to black and make the blur like 15, or make the blur bigger than it's used to be, so it will look similar effect like mine. Right? Okay, so I think this one is okay. Now we have the depth, and this look okay, and this pinkish color, I'm not don't like this pink color, so maybe we change it to the gradient effect which we had, which we applied to the background, which is this one. And yeah, it's look better, and we go to the gradients, and maybe we change it to, yeah, something like that. Yeah, it's look better. And we bring the color, bit more darker. All right, guys. So I think this look better. So overall, this look cool. And the last final effect what I want to do is I want to apply this noise gray, the grain effect to the text, but not as much as this one. So we go back to the Photoshop, and let's make it flat, and go to filter, noise, and add noise. But this time a light slide. Yeah, I think this is good enough. So Control X now, go back here, and Control V, select both of these layers, and make, yeah, and select this one and bring it to cover the entire artboard, so we won't have any issues. So we have a slight effect. If you can see, guys, here it's slightly affecting, but it's not affecting much to the text. So this look very cool. You can make it a little bit more higher if you want, but I like this. Maybe we make little bit more higher. Filter, noise, and noise. Yeah, I think, yeah, like this. 24. Okay. So we Control X, go back here, delete. Oops. Delete. Control V, and select the text, and this make, and select this mask layer, bring it to center of the artwork, and now select the text layer. Okay, guys, I think this is perfect. All right, guys, I think this is looking cool. So as you can see, guys, this text is still editable, but one thing you guys remember, if you make the text smaller like this, sometimes you won't see some parts, because when you are bringing the text smaller, you are also bringing the mask smaller as well. So in this case, you have to select back the mask and bring it bigger, right? So just remember that part, guys. Okay, anyway, if you don't apply this mask, this transparency mask, then you don't need to worry about that part. Okay. So anyway, guys, thank you for watching and see you guys in the next tutorial.